one should I do first? If you've already done some research on this topic, you've heard the unexciting advice of do whichever order you prefer, or first do the one that fits your goal the most. In fairness, that is true. Nothing beats planning your routines with preferences and goals in mind. But if we look past such simple answers and dive into the science, the enzymes, and the physiology, then we will find that ultimately you want to lift first and then cardio. Here's a few reasons why. Let's first look at glycogen, the stored form of the quickly metabolized energy source glucose. When you need more glucose, chomp chomp goes your glycogen stores. Cardio and lifting needs it, and if either of them have too little, performance suffers. And even though lifting uses only about a third of the stores, it'll take the biggest beating if there's not enough, seeing that it demands quick bursts of energy provided primarily by glucose. Cardio, though, is slow and steady, which is better suited with the slow and steady breakdown of fat for energy. Glycogen is still important, but you can train the body to adapt to cardio with lower glycogen levels. Some evidence even suggests that performance can be improved as well. Another lift first theory is from the impact of the enzymes mTOR and AMPK. mTOR is uber important for muscle growth and elevates significantly after resistance training. AMPK is believed to be activated from lower intensity exercises like cardio and promotes fat breakdown. Unfortunately, it also inhibits mTOR signaling, which in theory means if you do cardio first, muscle growth diminishes. But it's still currently just a theory, and the AMPK effects only last roughly 15 minutes after cardio and sometimes not at all. mTOR, in contrast, can be elevated for as long as 48 hours after training. But by far the most important factor is fatigue. The goal of many resistance training plans is to progressively overload, aka gradually increasing resistance from exercise to exercise. To achieve this, you will need to be able to perform at your fittest. If you do a cardio session right before lifting, there can be residual muscle fatigue, compromising muscle force production. Your heart will be taxed as well, which can affect energy transportation. You might also be mentally fatigued, which can dampen focus and motivation. Simply, you just won't perform good. That's not to say that lifting first won't impact your cardio, it's just that cardio doesn't demand as much as lifting, especially steady state cardio. Plus, by the time you go from lifting to cardio, the type 1 fibers needed for cardio should be recovered enough to last you a while. Now, with the suggested evidence, does that mean you should always lift first and then cardio? Well, that's only if you have to. If you can split your workouts to different days or even different times of the day, that will allow more recovery and overall better performance for both. Just don't overdo it. And yes, if you still prefer doing cardio before you're lifting because it makes you feel better, or that you feel that it does help with your lifting after, then by all means, go for it. Either way, share your thoughts down below. And if you enjoy these videos and appreciate my efforts providing you with well-researched and generally unbiased information, please
subscribe for more content.